Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
What's going on? Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Okay. So I got it working, and I was like, let me see if I can do the grayscale, the conversion, like add a filter to it. And I was like, I could have sworn like 10 minutes before starting this. And I started looking it up, trying to work on some stuff. Next thing I know is like 18 past the hour. I'm like, oh, okay. So I need to get started with this. But I did get it working. So I'm kind of excited about it. And for context, if you're just the first time video, I have some projects like this one included where I want people to be able to, while like a stream is happening, create highlight clips from the stream. So if something happens, be able to kind of like mark a timestamp, right? And I want at the end of the stream to be able to take those timestamps and like from the recording of the stream, cut out the clips using the timestamps, join them together, and then put an intro, put an outro. And so that way the person, if they want, can like share it to social media or whatever, right? So that's what I've been working on. I had it working previously on this site, and I was using like a third-party service to do it, and it was working, but something in my pipeline, like my whole chain of thing, something went weird and something broke, and I wasn't getting any more clips anymore, like any highlight videos. So I was like, well, since I want to use this for a bunch of different projects, maybe I should try and see if I can create something on my own, right? Something that I can know like what's happening, right? And so that's what I did. So this morning I was like, I always had in the back of my brain, I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can do. I was trying like other different services to see, but then I was like, I heard about FFmpeg a while ago, and I heard that there's like a WASM. You know what? Let me share the screen. I think that I have that written up somewhere. I shared it before. Let me see here. All right. Let me see. Just again, I was actually just working on this thing, getting into it. Okay, so let me share this screen. I'm gonna add a link to this also, so it'll be next to the recording of the video. And share this screen. I'm not sharing the entire screen because I'm gonna be jumping around. So this one. So here is FFmpeg itself, right? FFmpeg.org. You see a complete cross-platform solution to record, convert, and stream audio and video. And this streaming audio and video, I think it literally means like you can stream to like any RTMP endpoint, or maybe even more than that, because like it mentioned like Twitch and YouTube. So I'm like, oh, okay. So pretty dope. But yeah, so I'm using it to convert basically. So and then maybe record, depending. I still gotta see. So this is but you see, it's normally a command line thing that you have to do. All right. I didn't want to have to do that. So because I didn't want to have to like set up a server and then have it do all that. So I was like, I wonder if I could have it be done in the browser. And because I knew about this one here, the WASM version of it that allows it to be run in the browser. Let me add a link to this. So that's what I was kind of playing with today, because they have a playground section. I spoke about this, I think, last week, pretty sure, right? And then they also have some pretty good docs with some examples and things. So I was kind of like going through that. So what I then did was able to create this. I just spun up like a real quick Stack Blitz demo thing so I can just try running it. And I came up with this. So I showed some of this previously, but I'm going to kind of show it now. So here I'm able to set the length of the clips, right? So let's say as if it was like real world scenario, and one of these videos, one of these break sessions have been set up, except that I'll be doing the key, like the timestamps afterwards. I would like it to be while the stream is happening and then afterwards, but that requires a whole bunch of stuff on the back end. But for right now, I'm gonna try this. So let's say the clips are 10 seconds a piece, right? Now I have it to where you can either choose a file from local or from your local machine or pull it from the internet, from a URL. But the thing is, I was running into CORS errors. So the issue is where I would ideally like to get the files from, I don't control that, right? Where I'm uploading them to. So because they're not on the same domain, I would need like a proxy server to be able to get it. So that means we're requiring a server. But one place where I do upload my videos, Vimeo, I can kind of control to say, hey, anybody can download this video. So I can get a special URL that's like, hey, anybody can download this video. So that's the plan I'm going to go with. And it worked earlier, but I haven't done it with the API yet. I only did it through the dashboard. But I think there's a couple of places where I can get that download URL. I think. Again, I haven't tried it. But for right now, I'm going to upload from my machine. So I'm going to take and load one of the past break sessions from today, right? So let me open this. All right. So now here's the video, right? I'm going to play it. Cool. So I'm going to mark this timestamp to get this beginning part. And so here you go. Then I'm going to, this is about the group. Let me see here. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to put a timestamp here. I'm just going to go through this real quickly. And then there's a video of them playing. Cool. I like that. All right. Now there's gonna be like 5 timestamps you can get, right? So let me keep going. Let's I think I'm reading some stuff here. There we go. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to add a timestamp there. Don't ask me why there's commas. I don't know. Again, I'll just quickly putting this together. All right. So I'll fix that. That's not huge. And then let me go with somewhere back here. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I kind of talked about how there's a lot of. All right, so let's say right about here. Sure, let's right there. Add this timestamp. Great. So I got my 5 timestamps. They're 10 seconds a piece, so it should be a 50-second long one. All right, so here we go. You can see I have some console logs here. Great. So now I'm going to create the highlight. Now, this actually runs pretty quickly. On my other laptop back here, it was like it's struggling. But I think there's a pretty good GPU in this laptop. So I think that's maybe what's helping it kind of like crank through them. And so I'm kind of like going, what I'm saying? And I'm going through, like you can kind of see, like, all right, so it's working on the first one here, the 1.4 joint, you know what I mean? And it's going through and kind of give you some information about it. So I'm learning a lot about different random things, and it kind of goes frame by frame. And then it will, when it's successful, it'll abort it, so it'll stop, and then it'll go to the next one. So it's like reading all the information from it, right? Telling you some information. And then I'm using the timestamp as like the file name for the MP4s. Because what's happening is that, where is it? And see, it's not using any CPU. See, I don't know what that means. I got to look into that. And so then you see here is the next one, the 100. So I'm naming the file. So it's outputting the clip to this file name, right? And then from that, so it's going to do all that. And then I have it going. I got this from an example, from one of the examples. They call it concatenation, like the joining of the clips, right? And so what I want to do, and while the clips are being created, I'm applying a filter to make them grayscale, right? So while the clips are being created, they're also having a filter applied to turn to grayscale. I did grayscale because it's like a highlight clip that happened in the past. That's the only reason why. And then I think the files will be smaller as well. So hopefully it'll be quicker to generate. I don't know. Another thing I want to do is size down the video as well. Because right now I think they're like 1080p. So for social media and stuff, I'm going to make it like 320 by 240 or whatever, make it smaller. So it's going through all these clips, applying the filter to them, and then as it's doing that, I'm like creating another array of the different file names, because there's a certain way when you're joining them, you need like a text file, and it has to say like file, the word file, and then the file name. And that way it will go through that text file and know like the clips to join together, because it's all being done in memory. You know what I'm saying? And so I think maybe that's why my other laptop may have had an issue. I don't know. But this seems to be working pretty well. Like it's going fairly quickly. And so I think once it stops like that, you see it's done. So when it gets, so just kind of like redid another one. Let's see where this is at now. So the next thing is going to be, like I said, the resizing of the video, but then also creating so I'm not sure when I want to do that. So I got to play around with it, but I also want to create an intro and an outro for it. The intro is going to be kind of like tailored to the person who's making the clip, because you'll like log in like GitHub or Twitter or whatever, and it will say your Twitter one. It's like highlights by, like it used to. And so I'm kind of like trying to recreate that. And so instead of using a third party, which I think this is pretty much like what they did. So I'm doing a very, very basic like recreation of it. And I'm just trying to learn all this stuff. And for the fact that you can do it in the browser still blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? And so like this, I think is gonna be pretty cool for some upcoming projects that I'm working on. So let's see. So yeah, so it's still working on it here. And yeah, you can see all the different frames and stuff. Like, let's see which one is. I'm pretty sure it might be on the last one. Hopefully, I probably should have did this demo without. Oh yeah, so now when it goes negative for whatever reason, that is it joining the clips together. So you'll see that here. Okay, so yeah, so you see. So now here's the concat list.txt, which is the name I got from the example, right? And so now it is doing its thing and joining together. And so yeah, so that's the list there, and it's kind of going along. So all this stuff, I have no clue what any of that means, and I don't know if I want to actually go through it. And then the output is going, so it's outputting it to a file called output.mp4. Then what happens is I read the data from that output MP4 and put it into this video player to show the output. So this is kind of like the input. Here's the output and all the stuff in between, pretty much. So yeah, and so that's going. So I'm assuming it's redoing it frame by frame, maybe. See, again, I don't know much about it, and so I'm going to read more up on it. But I got something working, which is kind of amazing to me, considering I didn't have anything this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like I started this morning. Like I was playing around with the samples, but I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can actually get this thing working. And it is, for the most part. The only other thing is the sizing of the video and the intro and the outro. But I got it to where I can pick clips, timestamps, cut out the clips, and join them together and apply a filter, which is pretty. I'm wondering if it would be faster to do the clips and then do the filtering afterwards. Like instead of doing the filtering while the clips are being created, like create the clips, join them together, and then add a filter. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even sure about that. So that's something I probably have to play with. But so it keeps on going. I wish there was a way to, and you see the speed is 0.25x, which I wonder if there's a way to, because it doesn't need to be super high fidelity, or you know what I mean. And so I'm just trying to get something like in and out quick. And again, since this is going to be on a person's computer, like done in their browser, I want it to be as lightweight as possible. But for like a proof of concept, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so you see the size here. So I guess it's the size of each frame. It's like a megabyte, maybe 1.7 megabytes or 1.8. And then the quality, I guess Q means quality, and then the frame per second, and then the bit rate. All right, I don't know what dupe means. Duplicate. I don't know. But then drop, maybe that means drop frames like 0. So that's cool. I wonder if these are like so close they count them as duplicate. I don't know. Again, I have to like read up on this stuff, but this stuff to me is kind of interesting. Like this is happening in the browser. Like I could take this offline and it would still work. That is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I definitely should have did less clips. But I kind of wanted to test a real world thing, right? And so I should have checked to see how long this was. Well, that's kind of like from a like a little bit of maybe like 5 minutes. This has been going on, 6 minutes maybe. So because each break session is like 15 minutes, I kind of like blabbered on in the beginning of it, and I was late. So, but yeah, bam, completed. There we go. So completed combining clips, and see, it's 50 seconds long because it was 5 clips, 10 seconds a piece, and let's check it out. Yeah, not bad. I mean, in the browser, it was done in the browser. So I'm still amazed. Like technology still amazes me. So I am going to actually use this for this. So how meta is that? I'm going to use this highlight generator I just spoke about to generate the highlight clip for this actual break session. That's going to be great. So I'm going to get you all back to work. Again, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to send you all off with some traveling music. So, okay, let me stop the screen share here. And I'm going to share this one. All right, so this is one of my favorite producers of all time, Nujabes. The track is featuring a super dope MC that goes by the name of Apani B. The track is all thank you. Thanks for hanging out. When we come back, we'll take a look at an artist's website and maybe listen to some tracks, watch some videos. All right. So I'm super happy with this one. I'm cut for a day's work, like not even a full day of got work. I feel good, feeling pretty good. So thank y'all for hanging out. So again, be back 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. Y'all be easy. Nujabes featuring Apani B. Thank you. Thanks again, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Let me start from the heart. I'm exploring state. I thank all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate